Type "how often to wash your car" into Google, and you will find the same advice in nearly every result: every 2 weeks. It is precise, but it usually ignores the variables that actually matter. A garage-kept weekend car and a rideshare driver logging 300 miles a day face different threats. Forcing both onto the same schedule ignores the reality of how paint actually degrades. A rigid calendar matters less than the physical technique used during the wash itself. Without the right mechanics, increasing the frequency often increases the damage. To find your real number, replace that generic advice with a custom framework. We need to look at your local climate, your specific wash technique, and whatever chemical protection is currently on your paint. This is about preserving a major asset. A deteriorating clear coat eventually leads to exposed metal and structural decay that a weekly wash cannot fix once it starts. Your optimal wash schedule is a moving target. It shifts based on whether you park under trees, how much highly film you pick up, and what type of sealant you use. Nailing this custom equation prevents irreversible rust and paint failure, keeping your vehicle's value intact while saving you time. There is a common assumption that simply washing a car more often is the best way to maintain its value. However, if you use dish soap and a single bucket, every wash strips away protective wax and grinds abrasive dirt particles directly into the finish. This chart maps wash habits against paint condition. The top left represents the danger zone, where high frequency and poor technique grind abrasive particles into the clear coat. Conversely, the top right safe zone shows daily washing is perfectly safe if you use the 2-bucket method. Even the direction of your hand matters. Wiping in straight lines spreads physical contact over a wider area, making straight particles far less likely to leave a visible pattern. Until your washing technique is dialed in, reducing your wash frequency is actually the safest choice for your vehicle's paint. Once the technique is correct, regional climate becomes the primary multiplier for your schedule. Road salt and coastal sea air work their way into vehicle seams and wheel wells long before you see the first signs of corrosion. If you live in these areas, you are a seasonal battler. You need a strict weekly wash and undercarriage flush, regardless of how the car looks on the surface. Your specific parking environment also changes the math. Direct sunlight bakes dust onto the clear coat, while parking under trees exposes the paint to acidic organic matter. Bird droppings and tree sap trigger a 48-hour rule. Because they are acidic, they will etch into a clear coat permanently if they sit for more than a day or two. In dry desert climates, the issue is abrasive dust. It acts like sandpaper if you try to wipe it off dry rather than performing a lubricated wash. These environmental hazards require reactive spot cleaning. Waiting for a scheduled wash day often allows the damage to become permanent. To manage these variables, you have to choose a wash method that fits your current soil level. This matrix shows the trade-offs for the 3 primary wash methods. A full 2-bucket wash safely removes heavy bonded dirt, though it requires maximum time and equipment. Rinseless washes are highly efficient, but will cause scratching if the vehicle is heavily soiled. You can reduce the physical labor of these washes by applying chemical paint protection, like a ceramic coating. Ceramic coatings make contaminants sit on top of the surface instead of bonding to it. They make the car remarkably easy to rinse, but they do not stop dirt from landing on the paint in the first place. Combining advanced protection with the right situational wash method allows you to maintain a clean car with far less scrubbing. We can now synthesize these variables into a definitive, actionable wash schedule. Remember that rain often makes a car dirtier. It deposits airborne pollutants onto the paint and leaves mineral spots as it evaporates, so a storm should usually trigger a wash, not replace one. The golden rule is to prioritize the physical evidence of contamination over whatever the calendar says. This decision tree maps your custom cadence. Your path depends on your profile. The first branch is the seasonal battler and the high-mileage grinder. This includes rideshare drivers and anyone in coastal or winter salt regions. Your baseline is 1 week. In peak seasons, use rapid touchless washes to flush away corrosive chemicals as quickly as possible. The second branch is the aesthetic optimizer, the garage-capped, weekend-driven, or ceramic-coated vehicle. Your baseline stretches to 3 or 4 weeks. You can rely on quick detail sprays to handle light dust and spot contamination between those full sessions. The final branch is the practical commuter, average daily drivers who park on the street. Your baseline is 1 to 2 weeks. The two-bucket method is essential here to clear built-up city exhaust and brake dust safely. Effective maintenance matches environmental exposure to specific cleaning techniques. This custom approach preserves the vehicle's long-term value far better than a generic calendar ever could.